Hi, this is Katie Weeks, your independent, close to my heart maker. And today I have a new thing I want to try to share with you. And I'm featuring an item that is retiring technically after today's catalog. It is called Give Me Five. And I'm going to be using this diagonal thin cut. And I also wanted to share with you some exciting news that the tweezers are now back for close to my heart. So I'm going to share with you 5 different ideas of things that you can do with this die cut, and it's for the Slimline cards. So I've got a couple cards there. This one is going to use the die cut twice. And I'm going to go over these individually. This one I don't really feature too much, but it's basically just using your journaling between the lines. And wouldn't that be cute across the bottom of a scrapbook page? And then here is a faux shaker card. So I'm going to go through each of these and kind of describe for you what I created. So for this first one, I created a red overlay, and then I glued in all of the negative pieces that I did not use. I just taped down the thin cut and then used that as a way to guide where I was gluing down all those strips, and then removed it. And the red and white stripe looks perfect for Christmas, just like a candy cane. And so I stamped off Merry Christmas and then some trees that looked Christmassy to me, and I put those across the front of the card and then cut those out. That's from an old stamp set, stamp and thin cut set actually. So I used that across the front, and then on the inside I used the border that had candy canes all across the bottom, and I also used another pair of candy canes that was on another stamp set. But doesn't that red and white stripe just look perfect for candy canes for Christmas? I think it's a great idea of something you can do with this thin cut. And remember, you can always inlay different pieces. So I could have left that original thing down at the bottom and used it as an offsetting color. This one I just used the negative spaces. Sorry, my head got in there a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go on and do the next card. So this next one, I used that outline from that red overlay that I had cut out, and I cut out a diagonal piece of blue, and I thought that red and white looked like stripes in the US flag. And so I created 2 things with this. Number 1, I made it look like a flag to some degree. And number 2, I made it a shaker card. So here you'll see that I'm using my anti-static tool, and I put that on the inside. Now this next card, I made a baby card for a friend, and I cut it out in like a light green and in a blue. And the light green one I did upside down, so the stripes would go the opposite direction. And then the blue I put in the regular orientation. And then I had a bunch of stamps, stamped images left over from the Sweet Safari card making. And then I had another one from the card making workshop. And so that's where I got a lot of these animals for the cards. For the card, and I just thought it looked darling there. And I made a little clothesline. I actually flipped the one stamp over to do the light blue onesies on the clothesline, and I just popped everything up. It was just a fun little quick card to make. And using your journaling pen is always a good way to add details. Here I'm using my tri-blend markers. I wanted to make it obvious that it was a boy card, so I made the little blanket that the stork was carrying, a blue blanket, and I used my journaling pen to draw the clothesline and some little clips for the little onesies that I put across it. I love to pop dot things, so I had to pop dot some of the sentiment and the stork on the front. And then there's one more card that I made, and it was a faux shaker card. So you'll see here, this one, it doesn't shake. Those sequins are actually adhered down to the card base. So it's just a faux shaker card. So here are the 5 items that I made, the 4 cards in the journaling spot. I would like you to consider hitting like, subscribe, maybe even share this with a friend and leave a sweet comment. If you'd like to jump over to kati.ctmh.com, you can order those tweezers that we now have available and hurry up and order that thin cut before they're completely out of stock because it is retiring and we will not carry it any longer. Thanks. Bye.